What is up, y'all? It's your boy Jermaine Event, main on MMA. After a few technical difficulties, we are back. Just issues with the channel. Not with the channel, actually, with just my equipment. Got these USB hubs, and occasionally they kind of just stop working. So, you know, when I figured out, after troubleshooting so many things, I couldn't get my hard drive, my external hard drive to work. I couldn't get like so many aspects to work, and then it's just like, oh, this hub is just useless now. So here we are, ladies and gents, we're back, and we are checking out a video from the YouTube channel UFC Betting Goats, and they are breaking down Dern versus Ribas 2. The UFC returns this weekend, ladies and gents. And they are breaking down this full card. I don't know if it's he, she. I haven't looked at this video at all. And who am I to assume? But here we go. Let's check this video out. Let's talk about this weekend's card.
We've been taking our time to really dive into this card, watch the fights, and give you proper breakdowns for the first fight night of the year. Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas 2. My goal, as you know, same as always, keep it short and concise for you, improve the way I deliver these videos, and help you guys make some money. On other news, stay tuned because I will be adding a Be Real highlight series where I will be showing the best and worst moments of some fighters. And if you got any ideas for the channel, drop them down there in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Alright, let's get into it. This is a spicy rematch between two badass Brazilian fighters with totally different vibes. Mackenzie Dern is basically a human boa constrictor, get tangled up with her on the ground and it's game over. Her jiu-jitsu is next level scary and she's racked up enough submissions wins to keep everyone sweating. Her striking is not good. It's improving, but let's be real, it's more of a side hustle for her. If she wants to win here, she's gotta drag this thing to the first round. Everyone's sweating. Her striking is not good. It's different vibes. Mackenzie Dern is basically a human boa constrictor, get tangled up with her on the ground and it's game over. Her jiu-jitsu is next level scary and she's racked up enough submissions wins to keep everyone sweating. Her striking is not good.
Nah, he's wrong. Yeah, I had to go back because I was like, is he talking about Ribas or Dern? If he said Ribas' striking is fucking horrible, I would agree. I would agree. I've sang that song a many times right here on this channel. But as long as Dern is back with Jason Perillo, her striking is solid. All right, I'm not gonna stand for the slander of the Dern striking as long as Jason Perillo is in her corner.
It's improving, but let's be real, it's more of a side hustle for her. If she wants to win here, she's gotta drag this thing to the mat faster than a first round. Amanda Ribas on the other side, she's sharp, versatile, and loves to throw hands while keeping the energy cranked to the max.
She sucks.
Ribas.
This is Ribas. Somebody throws something at her, she puts her hands wide. She tries to do these dramatic movements to sway the judges. In the same way that Michelle Watterson would Kia herself. She started throwing out 1,000 Kias, screaming with every strike in the last 30 seconds of a round. And it swung rounds for her. Because she's going, Kia, Kia, Kia. And even though she was losing the round, it seemed like she had a highlight moment at the end where she was going hard. But she definitely was not. And that's what happens with Ribas. Ribas sucks when she strikes. Right? She sucks striking. People throw strikes at her. She does this weird wide, open thing. Does her hands wide. She sucks. I think Dern can win this fight everywhere. Dern's better than Ribas everywhere.
Beat Dern back in 2019, sticking to a solid game plan. Easy, stay on her feet, pepper them with strikes, and avoid ending in one of her jiu-jitsu traps. She will probably try to run it back the same way, stay mobile, land combos, and keep Dern chasing shadows. This fight boils down to who's leveled up the most since their first fight. Dern's ground game is still terrifying, but I don't think she can keep Ribas down long enough to work her magic. I think it's going to be a long night for Dern. It's just Ribas just has too many tools to play.
It's like this guy hasn't seen Dern fight in like 2-3 years. This is a weird analysis of Dern. Like, it's like he hasn't seen her striking recently. When she strikes, she has Jason Perillo back with her. It looked better last time. Her striking is solid when she has Jason Perillo. I don't understand this criticism.
Play with and knows how to keep the fight where she wants it. My pick for this fight will be Amanda Ribas via decision.
Ribas sucks, and she keeps her hands like down at her waist, like some fucking T-Rex shit. And she shakes and then she throws overhands. She sucks. She fucking sucks.
Longer than 1.5 rounds. I think she's gonna outstrike Dern. Now we have Chris Curtis.
That Luana highlight, she was supposed to win that fight. That girl.
Curtis versus Roman Kopylov. This is an exciting.
This is probably the people's main event. This is the hardcore's main event. A lot of controversy. I don't know if he's going to touch it here, but Chris Curtis said some Russians came to his gym to train. They came to Extreme to Couture for a few weeks to train with Chris Curtis. Then Roman Kopylov came into town, and all the Russian fighters left and immediately went to train with Roman Kopylov. And Chris Curtis was like, that's a scumbag move by Roman Kopylov. So a lot of controversy coming into this one. You got 37-year-old Chris Curtis versus the 32-year-old Kopylov, who is, I think Kopylov is solid. It's pretty solid. He lost to Anthony Hernandez, but that's gonna happen. That's Anthony Hernandez. It's Fluffy, ladies and gentlemen. That's Fluffy. That's my dude. It's an interesting fight. I'm not sure who I'd favor in this one.
Middleweight showdown between two strikers with different styles. Chris Curtis is a tough, seasoned old dog with sharp boxing, solid counterpunching, and a chin that's really hard to crack. He's great at staying calm under pressure and finding openings, which make him a serious threat to anyone who trades with him. That said, his straightforward striking style can sometimes leave him open against more creative opponents. Roman Kopylov, on the flip side, is a rising prospect with dynamic striking and great kickboxing. He has nasty body kicks and smooth punches he uses to pick apart opponents over time. Kopylov's confidence has been growing, and his recent performances show he's improving fight by fight. To win here, he'll need to keep the fight at his range and avoid letting Curtis turn this into a boxing match. Curtis will try to pressure and counter, while Kopylov will look to stay busy with volume and creativity. Both guys are durable and capable of a finish.
I think it's the other way.
I personally feel this one is going to the distance. My pick is Roman Kopylov via decision. He's a promising prospect with momentum on his side, and his cardio should hold up better as the fight goes on.
Chris Curtis is going to have the
Curtis
volume on his side.
isn't quite in his prime anymore, and I think that might make the difference.
Look at the people Kopylov has fought. All right, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I think Chris Curtis has definitely fought the better competition. And when Kopylov faced that higher echelon, in my opinion, and an Anthony Hernandez, who in my opinion is a fucking favorite to be champion, at this point, by no later than 2026. A lot of politics. Who knows when people will actually fight? Who wants to fight that guy? Once they start to see tape on Fluffy, they saw what he did against Michelle. They saw what he did against Michelle, all right? He could do that against most people, and he usually does. Look at the people Kopylov is looking good against. I don't think he's going to look that good against Chris Curtis.
Friends here. I believe this fight will go over 1.5 rounds.
Now let's talk about a real fight, ladies and gentlemen. Milwaukee's own Christian Rodriguez versus this guy, Austin Bashi. Fighting out of Michigan. Oh, he's 5'6". I don't know why in the pictures, bro, looks like he's fucking 6 feet tall. They put him in the picture. I was like, who the fuck are they putting in there with C-Rod? He looked gigantic. In the picture I saw, I was like, who the fuck is that guy? He's not that big. He's not that big. Undefeated, 13-0. Coming off Dana White's Contender Series. This is his debut. C-Rod's coming off that loss to Julian Erosa in the very first round. See, I was at that fight out in Denver, and when Christian Rodriguez walked out to Drake, I was like, it's going downhill from here, my guy. You already fucked up.
Christian Rodriguez is shaping up to be a fun bantamweight scrap. You've got Bashi, this young undefeated wrecking ball with a 13-0 record, who fights like his controller is stuck on turbo mode. His wrestling is relentless, his pace is ridiculous, and his striking keeps getting better. Sure, he hasn't faced UFC level competition yet, but
I thought C-Rod was gonna dominate Erosa before that fight. But when the Drake started playing, I was like, whoa, right now you're coming out to Drake? Like, of all like people in this moment, this is like Not Like Us is a banger. This is like, all right, when did this happen? I think that was actually like maybe 420. I'm not sure. I think it was 420 is when that fight happened in Denver. I could be wrong. But the beef had already happened. All right. Whenever this fight happened, the beef had already happened. Drake had been exposed as a buster, a loser. And C-Rod came out to, it might have been like They Know or something. Or was that a headline song or whatever? They know, they know, they know. That shit. It was like, read the room, my guy. Read the room. You put that bad juju on yourself. Come out to some Kendrick this time.
This fight is his big chance to prove he's the real deal. On the other side, there's Rodriguez, a guy who's been in some wars and knows how to handle pressure. He's sitting at 11-2 and has shown he's not slouch anywhere. Sharp striking, slick submission, and ice-cold composure. Do you guys remember how he's cool Raul Rosas Jr. Chihuihuis? Yeah, that wasn't a fluke. Rodriguez is crafty and knows how to pick apart his opponents when they make mistakes. This fight comes down to who can take the wheel and steer the action. Bashi's got the motto to grind Rodriguez down and make it ugly, but Rodriguez is sneaky good and stuffy takedowns and finding openings to flip the script. It's going to be a fast-paced chess match, and don't be surprised if these two light the place up.
Hold on.
My pick is...
Hold on a second. That's not Christian Rodriguez. Hold on a second. Who is this person in the highlight there? Is that
Bashi's
Christian
got
Rodriguez?
the motto to grind Rodriguez down and make it ugly, but Rodriguez is sneaky good and stuffy takedowns and finding openings to flip the script. It's going to be a fast-paced chess match, and don't be surprised if these two light the place up. My pick is Austin Bashi via decision. The dude's wrestling and cardio are like cheap.
See, that's what I was talking. I thought he was going to dominate. I thought the wrestling from Rodriguez he's going to dominate Erosa. I thought so.
Rodriguez is skilled, but I think Bashi's pressure will smoothen him over 3 rounds.
I don't think
Plus,
so.
Bashi's undefeated streak isn't going anywhere. Not today, at least. Brunel Soriano versus Heroes Man.
Let me just run that back.
And stuffy takedowns and finding openings to flip the script. It's going to be a fast-paced chess match, and don't be surprised if these two light the place up. My pick is Austin Bashi via decision. He's wrestling and cardio are like cheat codes. Rodriguez is skilled, but I think Bashi's pressure will smoothen him over 3 rounds.
C-Rod is probably gonna finish this boy. I got Christian Rodriguez finishing this boy. So that was a cool video from UFC Betting Goats about this weekend's card. Amanda Ribas versus Mackenzie Dern 2. And I'm rolling with Dern. I think Dern is the much better fighter. As long as she's got Jason Perillo in her corner, which I believe she does for this fight again, she's going to win. She's just going to be the better fighter in there on the night. And let me know in the comments what fight you guys are looking forward to most. Who do you got in the main event? Do you got Mackenzie Dern? Do you got Amanda Ribas? Do you agree with me that Amanda Ribas has horrible striking? It's just a joke at this point. She should probably do something else with her life. Let me know in the comments, ladies and gents. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you when I see you. I'll holla.